President Akufo-Addo, in his last State of the Nation's address on Wednesday, March 30, disclosed government has so far spent 17.7 billion cedis in containing the coronavirus pandemic.
Data from the Ministry of Finance tells us that an amount of 17.7 billion cedis, 4.6% of GDP, has been spent in containing the pandemic since 2020.
This comes barely a year after the 2021 budget, read by the Majority Leader and Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, Osei-Chairman Sambunsu, which in Appendix 12B of that budget, allocation for COVID-19 spending stood at 19.3 billion cedis and utilization stood at 18.1 billion cedis. Soon after the budget was read, Information Minister Kojo Oppong Nkrumah in an interview reiterated the 19 billion cedis expenditure on COVID-19. Other reports and analysis had suggested that contrary to the claims by the government, only 1.7 billion cedis was actually spent on COVID-19. A report that was rebutted by the Ministry of Finance in a rejoinder that justified the government's 19 billion cedis figure. The disparities in the figures continue to raise questions about government's reporting on its COVID-19 expenditure. The latest is from former President Mahama. The former president, during the 24th African Business Conference organized by the Harvard Business School, alleged government channeled the COVID-19 pandemic windfall into its 2020 campaign activities.
Ghana went into the pandemic without adequate buffers and has emerged with a terribly battered economy. To make matters worse, a pandemic windfall of in excess of 33 billion Ghana cedis, which could have cushioned the economy, remains unaudited and is believed to have been used largely in the quest to win election 2020 at all costs.
But this has been debunked by government.
If you get such international forum and you are speaking about your country, it's the time for you to let people know what Ghana has done so far as COVID-19 is concerned, and not to speculate. I'll call it speculation because I don't know where the figures that he's talking about came from. Secondly, I'm not too sure which funds he's talking about for election 2020. If you remember, that was the time that we even needed funds most of the people of the country.